Greetings, everybody. So in this very short video, we're going to discuss on how to fix the font size in Matlab images. Now, if you're a younger student, uh, like an undergraduate, a master student, or a PhD student, and you are preparing a diploma thesis, some conference paper, or some journal paper, you know very well that your images must be of very high quality, right? And we put a lot of emphasis on that. We need to be able to prepare images that are, almost as perfect as possible, because remember, we always say that after you publish a paper and you're very lucky and you get your paper published, you cannot change anything. So if you look back many years afterwards and say, this image is not very good, I wish I would have, prepared it better. We want to avoid that. Okay. So I always say that please make an effort to make your images as perfect as possible uh, to your own high standards, right? Because they need to be nice, so you will not regret, not fixing something or being a bit slacky here and there, And so, how do we fix that? Let's discuss about the font size. Okay, so if you're preparing, let's say, some very basic MATLAB image, I have here some example. So this is a default image. This is just a plot of a sine and cosine. And on the axis, X and Y and legend, I have put some information, right? Now, if I save this image as a PNG and try to import it using LaTeX or Microsoft Word in my paper, you know very well that sometimes the axes are not printed very well. Okay, and especially in double column format, for example, in IEEE conferences, if you put this image on a single column, the axes are going to look very, very, very small. So it's not going to look very nice. And we want to change that, okay? Because we want to have this image of being as good a quality as possible, right? So this is very easy to do. Of course, you can do it interactively, but you can do it in a simple code. I have here 3 simple commands to change that, okay? One command is to put a box on. I put this in because in different MATLAB versions, I see that sometimes when you save an image in PNG, it doesn't have this thick outline on all of the edges. So I say box on. Okay. And also I have 2 commands for set. GCA is a command that immediately inputs the given open and active figure. So by GCA, I say use this command on the active figure, which is figure 1, right? So we change the font size to 12. This is what I have chosen. I think the default in MATLAB is 8, but I'm not entirely sure. So I make the fonts a bit bigger. And I also change the weight to bold. So they are a bit larger, right? So let's print this. Let's remove the comments and see the result. So this is the edited image. And let's put them, side by side. You can immediately observe that this image has much cleaner axes, right? They're in bold, they're in a much, much bigger size. So this is much better for a scientific paper, okay? Of course, since now the fonts are a bit larger, you see that the ticks in the axis are a bit wider, so it goes 0, 20, 40, 60 instead of 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. But you can change that if you simply change the image size. So I can put them side by side for comparison, and let's move the camera right here. You can immediately see that the quality is much better because the axes now are much, much cleaner and easier to read, right? I would suggest you do that in all of your publications. You can change the font size. I have 12. You can use 14 or maybe 10, depending on what you like better. So with this simple way, we can make our graphs cleaner and more neat. Okay, try it as you like. You can make some modifications, of course. I'm gonna put this very simple code in the description of the video. You won't have any problem implementing it in any of your own codes and figures. This is very straightforward. So, nonetheless, any questions that you have, you can write them down in the comments. Okay, so thank you very much.